पहला यूनिट है हायर एजुकेशन इन इंडिया। मैं एक काम और करता हूँ, एक मिनट आप रहना, क्योंकि मैं बीच में ना कुछ क्वेश्चंस बना रखे हैं, वो मुझे पोस्ट करने। ओके, मैं जब आएंगे उसके ऊपर तभी वो करेंगे। इसमें देर आर 5 यूनिट्स। द यूनिट 1 is on higher education in India, retrospect and prospect. Then unit 2 pertains to higher education in developing countries, an overview. Third unit is on higher education in a globalized world, which is very, nowadays, due to the internationalization and globalization, it has become a very easy way for the students to upgrade their skills. Like Indian students are going abroad, foreigners are coming to India, because our education system is very good. In fact, in terms of education, a wonderful progress has happened in our country. So this unit deals with that. Then the last 2 units are management of higher education, one at the systemic level and another at the institutional level. Systemic level pertains to kind of planning and managing those things at the higher education level from there. So when we deal with say higher education in India, the unit 1 as retrospect and prospect, there are certain questions which come to our mind, like what are the key milestones in the development of higher education in India, or what are the regulatory bodies responsible for overseeing higher education in India, their roles, and what are the challenges faced by higher education institutions, what are their impacts on the challenges they impact the educational sector, what are various policies or the initiatives taken by Indian government to promote higher education, and similarly, what is the status of research and innovation in higher education in India. Okay, so according to you, what do you think that what are the key milestones in the development of higher education in India? What do you think about it?
Pardon, sir?
उससे पहले आप जॉब कर रहे हो कहीं पर?
Yes, sir. I am a faculty member in YMCA.
कहाँ पर?
In YMCA. YMCA New Delhi.
अच्छा, okay, good. So you teach there?
Yes, sir. I do take lectures.
Very good. And which subject?
My subjects are human resource management, human resource development, and training and development.
Oh, wonderful. Then I think you can give a, you can draw a relevant picture of means key developments of higher education in India. What do you say? What do you think that what are the key milestones for the growth and development of higher education in India?
Key milestones. So, in what scenario you want the response for this?
Means how the higher education sector in India has, we can consider it, say, like pre-independence to now, the major developments which happened in the field of higher education in India.
So definitely there has been a development as if compared to my father and grandfather.
Yes.
The higher education were not that was not at that level. What जैसे कि आजकल जैसे आजकल की youth and all they do have lots of options, choices in whatever stream they want to opt for. So they do have choices, or अपने accordingly They want to get into a career. So there is a vast difference actually.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Pre-independence and post-independence में देखा जाए तो there has
Yes.
been a change. There has been a difference between the overall scene of education system.
Mm-hmm.
And flexibility is there. पहले अप्रोच चेंज हुआ है सर. पहले क्या था कि सिंपल एजुकेशन मीन्स ग्रेजुएशन वाज देयर, सिंपल ग्रेजुएशंस बीए बीकॉम, बहुत ही confined courses were there.
Okay.
Nowadays flexibility is there, and plus different types of courses are there, professional
Mm-hmm.
courses are there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes sir.
Very good. So, yeah, right.
and
I think I need
and
to.
and it can be linked with the employability as well, कि जिस field में the people, the learners are skilled into, they can
Mhm.
go for their prospective career also.
Okay, very good.
Link कर सकते हैं उसको.
Yes, yes, yes. No, I mean, I'm happy that you have discussed it very lucidly. You can think of that if we see it, say a few centuries ago. One of the milestones was the establishment of the University of Kolkata in the year 1857. That period is very significant in our Indian history, and in fact that is considered as a one of the first modern university in India. And from there we began with a kind of a formal higher education system in the country. And then I think UGC was established somewhere in 1956, the University Grants Commission. And the establishment of UGC played a very, very important role in coordinating and maintaining the standards of higher education institutions across India. So that was there. And parallelly, I have a teacher. He was a professor at IIT, and nowadays you may be means you might have also seen about the craze for IIT. So this JEE, and in Kota in Rajasthan, a whole, in fact, a series was made on the situation in Kota for engineering coaching, tuitions, and medical seats examination and all those. So he used to say that whenever any student gets admission into IIT, his body remains in IIT, but his soul reaches America, because everyone wants to go to foreign country once you get admission into IIT. So that is pakka. They have become so much powerful. Means everybody wants to go to IITs. And therefore, the establishment of these Indian Institute of Technologies in the early 50s, and similarly in the 60s, the Indian Institute of Management, it really brought a global recognition to the Indian higher education system. And the reason is that they have consistently produced talented graduates who have excelled in various fields, both
So
at
I do remember when I was in high school in
uh,
2002, I think there were
okay,
seven IIMs. There were
uh,
only seven IIMs, and IIT was also very limited. Now you can see the expansion of IITs in almost in every state.
yes, yes. All India Institute of Medical Sciences are coming up.
Yes,
So
sir.
far, since you are in Delhi, you know that
Yeah.
our aims of New Delhi, it
In,
is world famous. Not only India famous,
yeah.
it is world famous. Everybody wants to get
Yes.
treated there. बट आम
Yes,
जनता का तो
sir.
टाइम लगता ही नहीं वहाँ क्योंकि वीआईपी इतने आते रहते हैं वहाँ पर और
Yes, sir.
that is due to its reputation. So IITs, IIMs, these kind of institutions, they are institutions of eminence, and they definitely brought a recognition of excellence nationally as well as internationally. And keeping in view, more IITs were opened a few years ago. It is only means it's a sad state that some of these institutions, they are yet to have their own premises. So, the students, they are sent to the existing IIM or IIT. They are studying there. In the due course of time, their own campus comes. Till then, they are getting in. But the point is here that the establishment there, it was a major milestone. And then some of them are like another kind of institutions, initiatives are like RUSA. Do you know what is full form of RUSA? RUSA?
No, sir, no.
It is Rashtriya Uttar Shiksha Abhiyan. Have you heard about
So,
SSA, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan?
yeah, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is there.
Yeah, that was for schooling sector. So
For,
similarly, for
yeah,
higher
for,
education, the Ministry of Education, they
uh-huh.
have this Rashtriya Uchtar Shiksha Abhiyan, which is a major project.
राष्ट्रीय राष्ट्रीय उच्च higher education for
Uh,
higher education, right?
uh,
Okay.
and similarly, the NIRF, the National Institutional Ranking Framework, there, the purpose of these things is to enhance the quality and accessibility of higher education in India. So the efforts are being undertaken to improve the higher education landscape in the country there. You can say like the impact, we can see it one case study, as a case study of Dr. Sudha Murthy. Dr. Sudha Murthy means she is an alumna of Indian Institute of Science, and went on to become a successful writer, social worker, and the chairperson of Infosys Foundation. So her achievements demonstrate.
Wife of wife of Narayan Murthy ji, no?
Yes, 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 yes. And very recently I read in a newspaper a very funny thing. I don't know whether she wrote it or somebody else wrote it by taking her example. Uh, she is mother-in-law of British Prime Minister now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she says that I wanted to go to,
He wife
I want I
wife
wanted
made wife made. Okay, so you continue.
no, no, please say. Actually, your voice was a little low. I could not get what you were saying.
I too heard he gave some statement regarding uh, his son-in-law has attained that position due to her daughter.
Yes, yes. So in the newspaper, it came that she was saying that I went to immigration because I wanted to go to UK, and in my immigration form, the that slip which you have to give it to immigration officer, I had written the address as 10 Downing Street. So the immigration person, he did not believe that I have that address. So means maybe it was a some light movement somebody was created, but so but see the impact, the her achievements, they demonstrate the transformative power of quality higher education in nurturing the talent and empowering individuals to make significant contributions to the society. And there are many
Yeah.
examples there.
Ratan Tata ji is there.
Yes, certainly.
Ratan, Ratan Tata ji is there, and Anand Mahindra is there. Too many
Mhm.
are there.
Yeah, yeah. Our, like if you say the very famous educationists from Maharashtra, so many of them are there. They have really contributed to the development of education in India, and not only education, the other sectors as well. So
Agree, sir.
that shows the quality of higher education in India. You take examples from South India, the institutions, they are so famous there. Anna University is there, Anna Malai University, then IIT Madras. There, they are very famous. I mean, in fact, this Swayam platform, and there are some other initiatives, NPTEL, which is recognized on a international scale. They are managing
Yes,
those
sir.
things. So, means that's a unique thing from there. Okay, so this now let us see some of the regulatory bodies which are responsible for seeing means overseeing higher education in India and their roles. Can you name some of the regulatory bodies which you are aware of? Uh, means working towards maintenance of quality and establishing standards across institutions in India.
So that is AICTE, I think,
Yes, yes. Very
and HRD is there, Ministry of HRD, AICTE, and NCRT can say.
okay. Good answer. Okay, let us see some of them. You are very right. All India Council for Technical Education. I think it was established somewhere in the 1945, perhaps, to regulate technical education in India. So it is
Right.
responsible for granting approval to technical institutions, setting norms for curriculum and faculty, promoting quality technical education, and like that. And if you remember AICTE, then you can easily remember NCTE.
NCTE. Yes.
Do you know what is NCTE?
NCTE. That's for technical education, sir. National Council for Technical Education.
That is National Council for Teacher Education.
Teacher education. Okay, okay.
And I think the perhaps they have shifted to some other location now, but till very recently their office was near ITO. Um,
And so what is this NOS and all? These
huh?
are autonomous bodies.
Which one?
National Open School and all these things are
Yes.
autonomous bodies.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can see it in this way that in India we have three kind of education systems primarily. One is the formal education system, which is regular mode institutions like Delhi University, JNU, and this so many
Okay.
other universities. Uh, the another system is called as open and distance learning system. So as like you are a student of the world famous Indira Gandhi National Open University, which is National Open
Yeah.
University, the jurisdiction is all over India. Plus we have, I think till when I was in IGNU, there were around 33 centers in outside India in the other countries. I don't know whether they have increased or decreased now. Mohanji may tell exact numbers of those. And the another one is a kind of correspondence or dual mode institutions or something like that from there. So
Okay, sir.
broadly speaking, we can categorize this ODL system into two levels: IGNU and state open universities. So state open university means for like Kota Open University, which is currently nowadays as called as Vardhaman Mahavir Open University. Similarly, Baba Saheb Ambedkar Open University in Gujarat, Netaji Subhash Open University in West Bengal. So we have around 17 state open universities or one national university. So in total, there are around some private universities are also there. So 20 open universities in India. They cater to higher education sector. But NIOS, which was previously known as NOS, National Open School, now they call it as National Institute of
And
Open
now,
Schooling. This is for school
yeah.
sector. So
Yeah.
we are catering the whole education system. For those who want up to 10th, 12th degree, they go to NIOS, or there are like we have state open universities. So in India, we also have state open schools like Haryana Open School, the Rajasthan Open School, like that. So they cater for those things, and they are in itself degree granting bodies, like Indira Gandhi Open University. Till few years ago, it was the regulatory authority for distance education in India through its Distance Education Council. Now UGC has taken over and made it as Distance Education Bureau, DEB, from there. So that is there. So for technical
So
education,
UG and what this UGC, what it handles.
yes,
UGC is for PhD and all
yeah.
because
So
it's conducted annually.
yes, right answer. Uh, in fact, I was thinking you will name UGC immediately because just 10 minutes
Seriously.
ago we were discussing about UGC. UGC primary role is to coordinate, to determine and maintain the standards of higher education in India. So what it does, it provides recognition to universities, it disburses the grants, formulates regulations for the functioning of institutions, for research standards, for appointment of teachers, everything, whatever pertains to higher education, formal system, UGC is there. But of late, there is a, because it has been a recommendation of National Education Policy, I think you are aware about it. All these bodies, they are being merged into HECI, Higher Education Council of India, HECI. And it was, means the work is going on. So either this year or maybe next year it will be formally announced, some appointments will be made and something. So the plan is that at present there are so much of the overlap, like one side it is UGC, and on another hand you have National Assessment and Accreditation Council, popularly
So
named.
then there will be a single higher education regulatory body,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Then this HECI will be there.
Hmm. Because like NAC is there. So what happens that when it comes to collection of data on a national scale, one unit had some data, another unit had some data, and then when our political leadership, they want to make some policies or take some decisions, this data confuses. Means one report said something, another institutional report provides some other kind of insight into it, and so there are a lot of challenges into it. That's why it is being planned that we have a Higher Education Council of India, HECI, and like that. Similarly, you may be knowing that for medical education in India, we have
RMC is there.
yeah, MCI, Medical Council of India. So for medical colleges to set up guidelines for curriculum, licenses of medical professionals and something. Similarly, for legal education, we have Bar Council of India. For dental thing, we have Dental Council of India, DCI, something we call it. And then there is another body which is called as NBA, that is National Board of Accreditation. This is an autonomous body that assesses and accredits technical programs in India. So it evaluates institutions and programs based on their predetermined quality parameters to ensure that they meet the required standards. So there are various bodies which take care of quality, faculty recruitment, their standards, infrastructure, curriculum, and those kind of things. They go with those kind of things. So then, what do you think about the what are various challenges which are faced by higher education institutions in India? Means, what do you feel that these are, uh, you know, important challenges of the higher education sector? Can you name some of them?
Challenges in higher education.
Yes, which impact the education sector as a whole.
The challenges, proper infrastructure would be there.
Yes, good.
And so mainly depends upon infrastructure, the course curriculum,
Hmm.
placement must say, अगर एक higher education में मेन थिंग इज कि आगे का फ्यूचर का आई विल कनेक्टेड विद एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी,
Yeah. Okay.
कि कितने मतलब स्किलफुल हो रहे हैं, प्रॉपर स्किल्ड हो रहे हैं, नहीं हो रहे हैं स्टूडेंट।
Mhm. Yes. So let us see some of the key challenges. One, as you rightly said, so we can say it as funding and infrastructure. It is a big challenge. You know, if you, I don't know, means in YMCA or if you have interacted with other institutions, you must have found one difference is that the library funding is decreasing over the years.
यस सर, डेफिनेटली।
Then research grants, they are decreasing over the years. Okay, travel grant is decreasing over the years. Initially, the institutions they used to give. In fact, in IGNU also there was a provision. I think, but then it was stopped, and perhaps it has been initiated again of late from there. But most of the institutions they are not in a position to provide travel grant for national or international participation. So insufficient funding, inadequate infrastructure. In fact, we just discussed about that the new IITs which have been opened, they don't have their own campus because it takes time in creating infrastructure. So where the students are, they go to the existing IIT and complete there. So many institutions they struggle to attract necessary resources for research activities, for infrastructure development, and it impacts the overall improvement of facilities, the learning environment, and those issues for there. The another challenge is faculty shortage, and this is very interesting situation. Like every year, so many PhDs are coming up, so many B.Ed students they pass out. So when the institutions they advertise, the result is none found suitable. They don't find it that the candidate is qualified enough to be given appointment. On the other side, so many positions they remain vacant in the institutions. There is a acute shortage of teachers. Wherever there are positions, positions remain vacant. When the people retire due to some reasons, that vacancy does not get filled up by that. So key faculty members, particularly in specialized fields, that is a big issue. And then another issue is their continuous professional development programs. I still remember that when the lockdown was initiated and we had to go online, teach online, it was a big challenge for many people to to use Google Meet or Zoom or even connecting online and then sharing the screen, uh, uh, displaying their PPT. Although these are technical challenges, most people they are expert of their subject matter, but definitely. So there was a very huge need of continuous professional development programs, and during those days, many institutions they offered free professional development program just to train the teachers uh, in various things, how to develop e-content, how to teach effectively online, how to conduct assessment online, and those kind of things there. This brings us to another challenge of technology integration into education, because this is very important for effective integration of technology for teaching learning process, and it is still a big challenge. And particularly the reasons for this is digital divide. There are many institutions where you don't find even LCD projectors in the classroom. If the classroom is big and the teacher wants to display their presentation, that is a big challenge. Providing of internet, although through UGC we have AirNet. Do you know what is AirNet? ERNET. There are there are various networks in India. AirNet is educational and research network, and then there is,
हार्डनेट,
yeah. Then you must
एक्सलनेट
have,
एंड ऑल।
yeah, you must have heard about InflibNet. Uh, these are library networks, and then there
या
is National Knowledge Network (NKN), through which all the universities in India they are connected with high-speed internet broadband connection. so that the faculty and the students they can use that. So, but the digital divide is still there. How many institutions can provide computers to all their faculty members, all their staff, so that digitization or the electronic communication can be made effective? So, limited access of technology, need for faculty, training for technology, enabled education. That is another challenge. Then there are a few other challenges which lead to directly to the social development of the nation. And one of them is access and equity. You know, we have done a lot of progress in higher education sector, but still there are disparities based on socioeconomic status, gender, and geographical location. You must have seen it till CUET was introduced. So every institution used to give admission to the toppers. And CBSE is declaring results now. Everybody is getting 100 by 100 marks in their subjects. So everybody is 100% topper. Okay. In that case, those students who are not 100% toppers, they have received their marks in 60%, 70%, 80%. They don't get admission anymore because and then they have to go to other institutions which are not that popular among students or among parents. So that becomes a so and then if you can afford the fee you can go to any good institution. If your socio-economic status forces you that you can't afford that much fee, it becomes a challenge. So certain segments of population face difficulty for pursuing higher education, and this hampers the inclusive growth. So access and equity, it becomes a challenge. Yeah. How many students can go to Delhi University? How many students can take admission into St. Stephen or Lady Irwin College or Miranda House or those things? Because they are the most sought after in Delhi. Like everybody wants to go there. And there is a challenge with the institution. You can't enroll, and that's why the distance education came, because in distance education there is no seats restriction. In a formal institution, one subject you can have 30 students maximum in one class. But like in IGNU, we can have millions of students, and that is there. In IGNU, every year, millions of students they get enrolled and successfully complete their course as well because of the high quality material, the high quality instructional support which IGNU provides to the students. Yeah. So this brings to the another factor of quality and relevance. Means why some institutions like why IGNU is so popular because of the quality of course material. That is the we call it as the in marketing there is a term uh, ESP, no, USP, unique selling point. So the good quality material, the kind of technology support which IGNU provides through satellite, through computers, through internet, through study centers. There are so many channels. The students they are provided support for their. So but there are certain institutions where they are not able to upgrade their curriculum. So outdated curricula, inadequate faculty development, gap between academic knowledge and practical skills. All these things they affect the quality and relevance of higher education. That becomes a challenge. So these are certain challenges which the higher education institutions in India. There are others also, but means you can think of further from there that how those things they impact these things. Now, since we have examined the challenges of higher education system there, then definitely somebody needs to do something about it. If we have a challenge, if we have a problem, someone needs to solve that problem. And since education now, we have Ministry of Education, whether it is central ministry or state ministry, they try to take up certain initiatives. So, like Government of India, they have implemented several initiatives to promote inclusive and equitable higher education. So, are you aware of some of these schemes which lead to a kind of equitable or inclusive higher education in our country. Can you name any policy or any initiative, any scheme which tries to resolve this challenge?
No, no, sir, not relevant.
Okay, so let us see. Number one, one of the facilities which has been activated by the government is reservation policy.
Reservation.
Yes, so that
Okay.
the
So can
means
I ask one question?
okay.
Difference between HRD, MHRD, and Ministry of Education, because
No,
both of them are there
actually,
to.
is since past few 2 3 years, now it is called as Ministry of Education. When the new educational national education policy was implemented, before that we used to call it as MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource Development.
Right. So
So currently
now
it
this.
is Ministry of Education only.
ठीक है sir.
So HR means Human Resource Development is an activity of education, Ministry of Education, well, in the form of faculty trainings, academic development, and maintaining standards, academic standards of teachers, research standards, and like that. So previously, till that there, it was MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource Development. Nowadays, it is only MOE, Ministry of Education. Okay.
Yes, sir, because all these boards, CBSE boards and ICSE boards, they too are part of MHRD, that is regulated by MHRD.
Yes.
I was a little confused with that.
So you must have noted that the historically marginalized communities like scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, other backward classes, they need promotion, they need support. And that's why the reservation policy in India, it aims to provide opportunities for these so that they also get reserved seats, means allocated for them in educational institutions, in higher education and at other levels as well.
Yes, sir, it is there,
Yes,
even in IIT and IIM. It is there.
not only in education, in fact, the government institutions, even in terms of appointments, the reservation policy is there so that they also get adequate representation from these communities. Another thing which almost all the institutions they try to offer is the financial support services, financial support schemes. Uh, the,
Definitely. Even in schools, there are EWS quotas, no?
yes, yes,
Economical research
yes,
and
yeah,
quotas. In Delhi, it is there, but
yeah.
I don't know. I have shifted to Haryana in Gurgaon right now.
Okay.
यहाँ पे schools में I don't know what is the select this admission criteria, but Delhi में it is there. EWS quota is there in all schools.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. So, okay, in terms of financial support, what other kind of scheme you have heard?
So
In terms of financial support, what are various ways a student or
scholarships, scholarships are there,
yes, very
and
good.
scholarships. So many scholarships are there.
Okay, think some more. I know, means I know you know it. It's only just you need to recall. आपको याद याद करना पड़ेगा। आप जानते होंगे, मुझे पक्का पता है क्योंकि आपने सुन रखे होंगे ये इन चीज़ों के बारे में। जस्ट अभी आपको क्लिक करना है कि हाँ ये वाली चीज़ है। स्कॉलरशिप हो गई,
हाँ जी
दूसरा
सर.
एक तो स्कॉलरशिप हो गया, देन वी हैव ग्रांट्स, द ग्रांट्स गिवन, and then
Yeah.
low interest loan for economically disadvantaged students. In
Okay.
fact, even educational institutions, not only banks, educational institutions also offer. They offer scholarship, grant is given. We have low interest loans. Uh, some of the examples, perhaps you must have heard about it, like Prime Minister's scholarship scheme, merit post matric scholarship scheme, or merit come means scholarship scheme of some institution, something like that. So that is one of the way to bring inclusive and equity in education for those who are economically weaker or they need some sort of support. Then another thing on expanding the higher education infrastructure was because the demand is increasing, not only the domestic demand, even the foreign demand is also increasing. Many people they come, although means it's not that everybody from United States or Europe is coming to India, but then we have Eastern African countries. Many people they come from Bangladesh, nearby countries,
Nepal.
because
Yeah.
of the our education is not that expensive as compared to US or European market. So the people they can easily afford that kind of education. So in terms of monetary, so our population in I think nowadays we are number one in the world for in terms of population. We have China पीछे रह गया. So internal demand is increasing as well as external demand is increasing. So we need more educational institutions, and that's why the expansion of institution is another term. And as you see, more IITs were established, more IIMs were established, more institutions, private universities they have come up in past few years. Nowadays I think the number of private universities is more than the central or state universities.
So
So
one one question: when this the war between Russia and Ukraine took place,
uh,
am I audible?
yes, yes, little voice is
All
little low, but I.
okay. So when this war between Russia and Ukraine took place, then I came to know कि यहाँ से India से lot many medical students go there for study.
Yes.
तो ये जो एक रीजन आपने चैलेंजेस जो बताए, इज दैट अ रीजन कि यहाँ से मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स जो है जो यहाँ इंडिया में नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, नहीं एडमिशन ले पा रहे, एंड दे आर गोइंग अप्रोचिंग दैट यूक्रेन और व्हाट?
Not only Ukraine.
हाँ.
Around 10 years ago, I was director of distance education in Guyana, which is British Guyana, which is in South America, near Brazil,
Yeah.
Venezuela, and Suriname. There is a very small country. It is called as GUYANA, Guyana.
Yeah, Guyana, yeah.
There also many students from India. They go to do their MBBS from there. The reason is they get easy admission there. So they do there and they come back to our country to do the job. But this issue was highlighted during this US, Russia and Ukraine war, because there was a lot of resentment and opposition that our own internal students who due to some reason they can't get admission into medical seat, these people they go outside because they have money, and
Yeah.
they pay the fee, and now there. So the government then they had to make certain decisions that how they will be completing their last year or how they will be doing their practice. They become a policy issues with them. But certainly, it becomes a challenge and a kind of partiality towards one group who could not get admission or who could not get that
Yeah.
education like that. So it's a challenge. And then another kind of the provision which was made is the emergence of distance education in our country. Because of the limited infrastructure facilities for the regular system, you can't open more universities so frequently, you can't open more colleges so frequently, or you can't increase the number of seats in the already existing institutions. So what to do? We need education. Okay. So established distance education. First, it was correspondence courses. So you just receive your study material at home, write your examination, but then quality became a big issue. और वो भोपाल तो बहुत फेमस हो गया था इस वजह से, भोपाल बोर्ड, एजुकेशन बोर्ड, एवरीबडी वाज स्टडिंग फ्रॉम भोपाल, वो किताब आ रही है, पेपर लिख रहे हो, सीधा सर्टिफिकेट आ रहा है आपको, एंड लाइक दैट. But then the do you know which was the first open university of India?
The Hyderabad University, I think.
Yes, very good, very good. Yeah,
Yeah, I
now
read
you
it
know it.
in when we Sarma
Yes,
sir was taking
it, it,
class.
it,
I
was-
read it.
it was called as Andhra Pradesh Open University first, but later on it was renamed as Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University in Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh. That was established in 1982, and then in 85, that was State Open University actually. That's why, and it became a huge successful model. So then it was a need was felt that can we have something which caters to whole of the country. So IGNU was established in 1985 through an act of parliament. It
Yeah.
has played a very significant role in providing flexible and affordable higher education options to the students. IGNU's fees or state open universities fees, they are nominal. They are not money making institutions. Means because
So one question:
uh,
Did IGNOU started from Connaught Place, Delhi?
IGNU.
Started from Connaught Place, New Delhi. If you
Uh,
know about that.
it was, that area where Jaising Marg is there. So there were some initially some offices. I think in
So actually, I am in YMCA. So I had one conference there. So they told me on the second floor of YMCA building, IGNOU got started.
yeah,
So
it
I
was
was
there.
just to confirm
It was
that
it was
because
there
it is
in.
on Jaisin Mark.
You are right. It was there in YCMA Jaising Road or something.
Fine.
It
It is.
started. And they were located in different portions of Delhi because somewhere the leadership will be sitting. Then there were some where the faculty will sit to design curriculum. Then there are some godams where the study material will be kept after it is received from the printing press. So it was a distributed. And later
Right,
on,
right.
the government gave the land in
Nizam Delhi.
Nizamabad area, so it was
Nizam
shifted
Delhi, yeah.
from there. But you are right about YMCA and that.
Yeah, our director sir was saying it has started from second floor of YMCA building in New Delhi.
Yes, yes, that is true. Uh, Good. So, as we have discussed that nowadays we have various. Okay, question for you.
Yes, sir.
In terms of higher education institutions, on the basis of their nature, in how many categories you can divide the higher education institutions in our country on the basis of the nature. Uh,
Nature, one is the traditional way
you can
conventional.
say in terms of their governance.
Autonomous is there.
Okay.
Private,
Yes. Good. Any example of a
the
private
government.
university?
MIT University is there.
Yes. Right answer. Then
MIT is
next.
there. And the government regulated all universities like Delhi University,
Okay.
open universities like AIMS.
Yes. So we can say
Autonomous,
that there are central
autonomous is
universities.
my bias. Yeah.
There are central universities in India.
Mhm.
So you
So
have central university of
college,
Haryana.
what is महाविद्यालय? महाविद्यालय एक तो विश्वविद्यालय हो गया महाविद्यालय कॉलेज को कहते हैं.
Yes. Vishwavidyalaya is for university, Mahavidyalaya is for college, Vidyalaya is for school.
हाँ,
So,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you start with the Vidyalaya, then you go to Mahavidyalaya means college,
Okay.
and then
And then it is
Vishwavidyalaya, universal. So
okay.
that becomes the university.
हाँ तो वो तो वी कैन कनेक्ट विद यूनिवर्स को विच वो हो गया ये थोड़ा मेरे को कंफ्यूज है कि महाविद्यालय है किसी कॉलेज
Yeah, yeah, that from there. So you have universities, central universities, which come under directly under Ministry of Education. So like IGNOU is a central university. Okay.
यस
Then you have Central University of Haryana, Central University of Gujarat, Central University of Kerala, and so on. Then comes
ऑल
the
स्टेट्स हैव कंट्रीब्यूटेड
state universities. Like
but Delhi has I think 5 to 6 central universities in Delhi.
uh,
Delhi University is there, Jawaharlal Nehru University is there, Jamia Millia is there,
yes,
IGNOU is there, and one that IT University is there.
mm, this IP University or Ambedkar University, Delhi, Guru Gobind Singh
Yes,
International University, they are state universities.
State University.
They are
Okay, I thought
established
that
by
is
the legislator of the state assembly.
okay.
So that is
Delhi government.
yeah, and like NSIT nowadays it is called as NSUT, Netaji Subhas University of Technology, which is in Dwarka. So they are the state government.
And
Then
एक कश्मीरी गेट पे भी सर one university is there. I'm forgetting the name.
that is
Uh,
there are two in one premises. There are two universities. One is Ambedkar University. Full name is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Delhi, and another is
uh-huh.
Indira Gandhi Women's Technical University, IGD. Indira Gandhi Technical
Okay,
Women University. They both are at Kashmiri Gate campus.
Kashmiri Gate. Okay, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So
So that is state university.
yeah, they come under the government of NCT Delhi.
Okay.
Then you have private universities like MIT University. You gave a good example. Then there are many Nirma University and other things. There is another category. It is called as deemed to be universities.
Hmm.
They are institution of higher education, but not as declared as a full-fledged regular university, but they are deemed to be universities.
So
Uh,
what's the difference? Whether it is not approved by
It's
the
it's
SRB or what?
basically in terms of the grants by the UGC, their governance structure and like that. Otherwise, degrees are valid. Means for student it doesn't matter. It's only the administrative kind of thing. Then there is another category. It is called as the institutions of eminence. So that can be the tag can be given to any institution which is super specialized in something or playing a significant kind of role from there. So the if we see the role of private universities or deemed universities here, they like private universities. They are established and managed by private entities or organizations. So they operate independently. They are funded through private investments, donations, or supported through student fees. But they have contributed a lot to the growth of higher education. So many they offer specialized courses. They design their own curriculum. They collaborate with industries. Like if you have seen the advertisement by MIT University, they say that we are the top research intensive university in India. Uh, a few years ago, they came up with another advertisement that we are the first university to offer the online courses, 10 online courses immediately they started like that. So, because they have their own mechanisms, their own infrastructure, their own schools with them, they have their own funding mechanisms. So it is easy for them. So they can easily address the demand for means increasing demand for higher education and promoting diversity. So that it's a similarly you must have heard about Manipal Academy of Higher Education.
Yes, yes, sir.
So
Manipal
that's
University.
another a private venture, and they offer one more thing for these private universities. You must see many of them they are group of institutions like,
Symbiosis
like
is also there.
like in Ghaziabad, I know this IPEM. So,
I
like,
see.
you have your an institution which is for medicine, an institution which is for management, like IMT Ghaziabad is their Institute of Management. Then engineering for humanities. You can open many institutions, which is not easy for a regular system. So there you have to be dedicated, focused on that. There, the deemed kind of universities like BITS Pilani. BITS Pilani an example of prominent deemed university in India. And as you may be knowing that the BITS Pilani offers postgraduate, undergraduate programs in engineering, science, management, and other subjects. And it is means very, very prestigious BITS Pilani. So deemed universities, they are autonomous institutions that have been granted deemed to be university by the Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, there because they are recognized for their expertise in a particular field and they have the autonomy to design their own curriculum. They can award the degrees. They focus on specialized area of study, research, innovation. So there is a difference that they are free to set their own admission criteria. They are free to establish their own academic collaborations and develop their own evaluation and examination system. So that's why central universities, the Ministry of Education, regulates, decides the quality standards. State universities comes under state government. They decide their deemed universities under means Ministry of Education, but they are autonomous in that sense. And private means the private institution. They get the recognition from the government, but they manage their own resources from there. So that is the one of the good factor of the. Now, since we have discussed this, let us make a SWOT analysis of higher education system in India. Okay, I hope you know what is SWOT, SWOT, but there is another term.
Strength, weakness, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats.
Yeah, but nowadays people have, we fancy creating new terms. चीज वही रहेगी बस उसका नया नाम दे देना तो आजकल लोग SWOT टी फॉर तमिलनाडु वो नहीं बोलते
Okay.
they say it as SWOC C for Canada
Okay.
SWOC so the threat has been replaced with challenge they say threat मत बोलो dangerous लगता है so they call it as SWOC so strength weakness opportunities and challenges. Okay, so let us see, make a SWOT analysis of higher education system in India. According to you, what are the positive attributes and the advantage of higher education system in India?
Definitely, it fulfill the eligibility criteria in employment. First
Okay, or
is helpful in promotion,
mm-hmm. Okay,
higher education. All it is discussed.
चलो आप ये लिखते रहना
हाँ जी सर.
मीन्स आप नोट कर लेना ताकि आपको फ्यूचर में काम आए.
Yes sir.
हमारा एक तो स्ट्रेंथ के जो वेरियस एट्रीब्यूट्स हैं एडवांटेजेस हैं इंडियन हायर एजुकेशन सिस्टम के आप इसको इस तरह से देखो कि बाहर से लोग इंडिया में क्यों आ रहे हैं पढ़ने के लिए कुछ ना कुछ अच्छा ही है तभी आ रहे हैं ना तो वो अच्छा क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं एक तो हमारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस बाकी यूनिवर्सिटी तो ठीक है हम बड़े परेशान होते हैं सोचकर कि वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग में हम कहीं नहीं आते लेकिन वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग में हमारी एक टाइप की इंस्टीट्यूशन जरूर आती है which makes us to feel proud about it and they are the IITs and IIMs IIC right so one of the SWOT strength is globally recognized educational institutions they are globally recognized no one can say anything means about the no doubt about the high quality
But sir, that is confined to a level. अगर legal student की बात करें जो law कर रहे हैं तो वहाँ तो the things will be totally different.
हाँ, वो चैलेंज है कि उतने नहीं खोल सकते, बट डेफिनेटली वो भी है ना, देयर इज अ
विच
वेरी
इज
बिग डेंजर।
एक्सेप्टेबल थ्रू आउट द ग्लोब, जो चीज एक्सेप्टेबल है वहां तो हम कह सकते हैं कि
हाँ,
जैसे टेक्निक्स है,
यस,
तो वहाँ
यस,
इज ओके, दैट विल बी एक्सेप्टेड थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड, बट
एक्चुअली
लीगल लॉ के स्टूडेंट्स है,
इसमें
वो
एक और
तो
इशू,
हर।
एक इशू ये भी आ जाता है कि दैट इट बिकम्स ए वेरी बिग इशू ऑफ मेंटेनिंग क्वालिटी while we increase quantity. Believe you me, I think if we open hundreds of IITs, पता नहीं क्वालिटी, क्योंकि पढ़ाने वाले कौन है, पढ़ाने वाले कहाँ से आएंगे, वही है ना जो दूसरे कॉलेज में लगा हुआ है। एक नया आईआईटी खुलेगा तो वही आदमी उधर से अपनी एप्लीकेशन इधर भेजेगा, तो वो जैसा उधर पढ़ा रहा था वैसा इधर पढ़ाएगा आकर, फर्क कुछ नहीं हुआ। उसकी जॉब चेंज हो गई, उसकी जगह चेंज हो गई, उसकी सैलरी इंक्रीज हो जाएगी। So there is a lot of danger in that. But anyway, we certainly are proud of highly recognized educational institution. That is our strength. There are many. There are many universities which are so reputed. Like everybody, आप किसी से भी इंडिया के अंदर पूछो कि आप एक दो यूनिवर्सिटीज के नाम बताओ, तो इमीडिएटली जेएनयू का नाम सबको पता होता है, दिल्ली
BHU,
यूनिवर्सिटी बोल देता है,
BHU is there,
यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ
Banaras
मुंबई।
Hindu University.
Means they are people know them because of their alumni, because of the work done by them to the contribution to the economic development, social development of the country, like that. फिर एक और स्ट्रेंथ हमारी क्या है, दैट diverse range of courses or disciplines by these universities which is offered. ऑलमोस्ट ऑल, आप इग्नू का ही एक एग्जांपल देखें, शुरू शुरू में डिस्टेंस एजुकेशन में बड़ा डाउट करते थे कि साइंस कैसे पढ़ाओगे आप, साइंस के लिए तो आपको प्रैक्टिकल होना चाहिए। एंड इग्नू इज ऑफरिंग द कोर्स इवन इन एरोनॉटिकल इंजीनियरिंग। मैं जब पुणे में रीजनल डायरेक्टर था इग्नू का, तो वहाँ पर एक इंस्टीट्यूट था, वहाँ पर ये वाला कोर्स ऑफर था उसके अंदर। आई होप इट इज स्टिल देयर इन दैट
That's
मीन्स
too good.
अंडर दैट रीजनल सेंटर। तो यू कैन टीच एरोनॉटिकल इंजीनियरिंग, तो फिर और क्या मीन्स क्या क्या नहीं किया जा सकता इस सिस्टम के थ्रू, like that. So diverse range of courses, disciplines there. And then ठीक है, हम ओवरऑल कई बार कहते हैं क्वालिटी के ऊपर बात करते हैं, बट रियली वी हैव ए गुड पूल ऑफ टैलेंटेड फैकल्टी मेंबर्स एंड रिसर्चर्स इन इंडिया। देयर इज नो dearth of academic talent. You see so many of the world renowned educationists which have been produced। और सॉफ्टवेयर इंडस्ट्री के अंदर तो आप देखो 80% ऑफ सिलिकॉन वैली इज
Yeah, it's occupied by Indians.
occupied by
I
Indians।
think
हम ताइवान इन हार्डवेयर एंड इंडिया इन सॉफ्टवेयर, दुनिया में हर कोई जानता है इंडियन प्रोग्रामर्स की वैल्यू। यहीं के तो पढ़े हुए गए हुए हैं ना, यहीं के पढ़े हुए लोग बच्चे कोडिंग करते हैं, प्रोग्रामिंग करते हैं, तो कहाँ से हो रहा है वो? एंड देन,
definitely.
और इसका रीजन है व्हाई इट इज दैट, बिकॉज वी हैव ए स्ट्रॉन्ग एम्फोसिस ऑन साइंटिफिक एंड टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट्स। आई थिंक हमारे इंडिया के जो मोस्ट बिलाउड प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया रहे हैं अब्दुल कलाम जी, उनके
Yes.
बारे में मैंने एक बार एक एडिटोरियल पढ़ा था, आई थिंक वेदर इट वाज इन टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया और नॉट। देयर वाज ए कंपैरिजन मेड बिटवीन महात्मा गांधी एंड अब्दुल कलाम। महात्मा गांधी के बारे में ये फेमस है कि यदि आप विदेश में हैं और आपने महात्मा गांधी को एक चिट्ठी लिखनी है और आपको उनका पता नहीं मालूम, पोस्टल एड्रेस, तो आप एनवलप के ऊपर वो जो गोल ऐनक और उनका वो जो डोगा, जो छड़ी थी, उस वो ड्रॉ कर देंगे, ढोल में डाल देंगे, तो चिट्ठी महात्मा गांधी तक पहुंच जाएगी। एवरीबडी नोज होल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड महात्मा गांधी, सो पॉपुलर। बट
Right.
महात्मा गांधी के फिर भी दुश्मन थे, तभी तो उनका असैसिनेशन हुआ था। हाँ, तो उनको मारा गया था ना,
Right.
इसलिए।
That's the thing. Nathuram Godse was there, no?
लेकिन उसमें एक ये था कि अब्दुल कलाम अजात शत्रु, उनका कोई दुश्मन नहीं था। रिलीजन, कास्ट, क्रीड, एवरीबडी लव्ड हिम,
Definitely.
है ना। तो ये क्वेश्चन एक बार उनसे किसी ने पूछा था, किसी इंडियन साइंटिस्ट या इंडियन प्रोग्रामर्स वगैरह वर्ल्ड पॉपुलर क्यों है, और बड़ा अच्छा जवाब ऐसा बताते हैं कि शायद उनसे किसी ने पूछा था। मुझे एग्जैक्टली मैं श्योर नहीं हूँ कि उन्हीं का ही ये है या किसी और से था, बट द पॉइंट इज हेयर दैट इंडियंस, हमारा साइंटिफिक और मैथमेटिकल स्किल्स बहुत अच्छे हैं. वी आर वेरी गुड इन
Yeah.
साइंस एंड मैथमेटिक्स. The another thing is that we are good English speaking people.
Even my son won Olympiad gold medal this year in
Oh,
math.
very good. That's a nice thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you as a proud
And he
parent.
scored out of out in maths every time.
Yes, yes. And these things, they make the scientific and technological temper of a good level, high quality level. Yeah. And then another thing is that the respect for cultural diversity and heritage in Indian education system. हम तो हमारा तो लोगो ही है ना वो वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, जो आजकल G20 का
Mhm.
बना हुआ है. तो उसी
Definitely.
वजह से आप ये देखो वर्ल्ड के सभी कहीं पर भी और जगहों में और कंट्रीज के अंदर रेसिज्म आपको मिलेगा. इंडिया के अंदर वी अकोमोडेट एवरीवन, वो कहीं
तो
से भी.
नॉट अभी नहीं, ये बहुत एंशियंट टाइम से चलता आ रहा है, जैसे नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी हो गया, तक्षशिला हो गया।
यस.
उस समय भी पूरे थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड से लोग लर्नर्स आते थे पढ़ने के लिए।
तो दिस इज अवर स्ट्रेंथ.
या
This is the S of SWOT for higher education in India. Now
राइट।
let us see some of the weaknesses. आपके हिसाब से क्या क्या वीकनेस है?
सर डेफिनेटली द मैनेजमेंट,
ओके.
मैनेजमेंट, प्रॉपर मैनेजमेंट हर चीज का
हाँ,
वीकनेस।
ठीक है. और एक और है, वो आपने थोड़ी देर पहले बोला था एक रीजन, और आपने ही वो बताया था. याद करो वो क्या बोला था आपने.
सर एक एजुकेशन इज देयर बट यू कैन सी डिस्गाइज्ड एम्प्लॉयमेंट इज देयर। ये पढ़ के तो बैठे हैं लेकिन दे आर नॉट कंट्रीब्यूटिंग इन द इकोनॉमी ऑफ द कंट्री।
हम्म. अ,
तो एक
आपने प्रोफेसर CNR राव का नाम सुना है?
ये नाउ आपको सुना है?
नमस्ते सर. नहीं, मैं एक इग्नू की एक क्लास ले रहा हूँ सर अभी. जी. किन्होंने? अच्छा, ओके. ठीक है सर, मैं आपको ये 1 बजे के आसपास खत्म होगा, मैं तब आपको कॉल करता हूँ. जी जरूर. हाँ जी. जी. ओके सर. सॉरी आरती. ओके.
यस सर।
आप गूगल पर सर्च करना इसको. प्रोफेसर CN राव ने एक बार ये बोला था, और शायद उन्होंने मेरा ख्याल में किसी एक बड़ी हाई लेवल की मीटिंग में बोला था. आई डोंट नो वेदर ही सेड इट इन पार्लियामेंट और वेयर. It is available on internet. He said that we are teaching outdated curriculum to the younger
ओके।
generation. 10 साल पुराना, 20 साल पुराना करिकुलम पढ़ा रहे हैं आज की जनरेशन को, जो आज भी काम नहीं है
एग्री।
और 5 साल 10 साल में तो काम आना ही नहीं है, क्योंकि ये बिल्कुल निकल जाएगा.
एग्री, बिल्कुल सही बात।
दिस इज ए वीक. फिर दूसरा एक वीकनेस हमारे यहाँ है, कितनी ही
So
रिजर्वेशन आप
because
कीजिए.
I can correlate it with that because I do have exposure in industry,
ओके.
corporate में of
हाँ.
15 to 16 years. So अब जैसे I am there into academics since 2 to 3 years, so I can see कि whatever the theoretical knowledge we are putting into the minds of students is totally different from the practical exposure कि industry में क्या हो रहा है, totally different होता है वो।
ठीक है. फिर अभी जैसे हमने थोड़ी देर पहले, हेलो.
Yes sir.
ओके, मुझे लगा डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया ये. अ, और अभी हम थोड़ी देर पहले जैसे कह रहे थे, देर इज लैक ऑफ रिसर्च फंडिंग एंड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इन सर्टेन फील्ड्स. इट्स ए वीकनेस. और हायर एजुकेशन पे तो फिर भी काम चल जाता है. स्कूल एजुकेशन पे आपने मीडिया में भी पढ़ा होगा, कितने ऐसे स्कूल्स हैं जहाँ पर कोई बेंच नहीं है, कोई ब्लैक बोर्ड नहीं है, चौक नहीं मिलता टीचर्स को, ज़मीन पे बच्चे बैठते हैं, घर से अपनी बोरी लेके आते हैं, दरी लेके आते हैं, वो तो
इन मोस्टली इन गवर्नमेंट स्कूल।
मोस्टली इन गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स,
मैंने
यस।
जो देखा है मेनली ईस्टर्न यूपी और यूपी में, बिहार में, उड़ीसा।
हालत बहुत डेंजरस है ये ये,
हम्म,
इस चीज़ को लेकर, वो चीज़, ठीक है। तो ये वीकनेस हो गया।
बिल्कुल।
अब अपॉर्चुनिटी की बात करते हैं। अ, ऐसे कौन से फैक्टर मीन्स हमारे अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्या क्या हैं हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम के ऊपर, सोचो जरा कुछ।
अपॉर्चुनिटीज।
हम्म, हम क्या क्या कर सकते हैं जो हमारे पास है उसको लेकर।
इन द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द नेशन, आगे एडवांसमेंट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी कुड बी देयर।
राइट आंसर, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड।
आगे बढ़ेंगे सारे स्टूडेंट जो भी पढ़ रहे हैं सोसाइटी।
हाँ,
R&D में, रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट
यस।
में।
आप इसको इस तरह से देख सकते हो। अभी हम थोड़ी देर पहले कह रहे थे कि इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स का साइंटिफिक और मैथमेटिकल और टेक्नोलॉजिकल टेम्पर बहुत अच्छा है। तो ये
राइट।
बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है हमारे लिए। और अब तो आप देखो वो आईफोन वाले भी जो है वो इंडिया के अंदर अपना प्लांट लगाने की सोच रहे हैं। एलन मस्क कह रहा है कि आप मुझे ये दे दो वो दे दो तो मैं इलेक्ट्रिक कार अपनी इंडिया में बनाऊंगा। सो इस तरीके से क्यों, क्योंकि स्किल्ड प्रोफेशनल्स हमारे हैं हेल्थ केयर के अंदर, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के अंदर, टेक्नोलॉजी के अंदर, ये जो अपकमिंग एरियाज हैं हमारे पास, वर्कफोर्स, स्टूडेंट वर्कफोर्स बहुत अच्छी है उसके लिए। वो एक बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि उसके लिए यदि एडिक्वेट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हो जाए तो ये सारा का सारा चीज़ वहाँ पर यूज़ हो जाएगा। दूसरा, इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स का इंक्रीजिंग इंटरेस्ट, और उस ये एक बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि हम किस तरीके से इंटरनेशनलाइजेशन, ग्लोबलाइजेशन को और अच्छे तरीके से हम उसको अपने फेवर में कन्वर्ट कर पाएँ। और उसके लिए कुछ स्कीम्स और बनी है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के, दो हैं। एक तो स्किल इंडिया प्रोग्राम आपने सुना होगा, और एक मेक इन इंडिया, कि यहीं
मेड
की
इन
चीज़ यहीं पर आप बनाओ,
मेक
यहीं
इन
पर आप उसको यूज़ करो ताकि यहीं के लोगों को रोजगार मिले और उसी के लिए और ज़्यादा वर्कफोर्स वगैरह वो जनरेट हो। सो ये रिसर्च और इनोवेशन को प्रमोट करता है। आप जब कहते हो कि भाई यहीं पे ही बनाओ, डेफिनेटली आप यहीं पे रिसर्च करोगे, यहीं पे उसकी इनोवेशन होगी, यहीं के वो काम आएगा। और जब वो स्टेबल हो जाएगा तो फिर आप उसको बाहर भी भेजने लग जाओ। आपको पता नहीं एक चीज़ याद होगी या नहीं, आप जानते हो सुपर कंप्यूटर क्या होता है?
सुपर कंप्यूटर्स आर यूज्ड इन बैंक्स एंड ऑल।
हम कंप्यूटर्स को ना कई कैटेगरीज में बांटते हैं। एक होता है पर्सनल कंप्यूटर, जैसे इस वक्त मैं और आप लैपटॉप लिए हैं या डेस्कटॉप होता है, ये होता है पर्सनल कंप्यूटर। उससे ऊपर होता है सर्वर्स, जो जिसकी थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा पावर होती है, जो नेटवर्क वगैरह में काम होता है। फिर होता है एक मेन फ्रेम कंप्यूटर, जो बड़ी एरिया को इंस्टीट्यूशन, उसी तरह से एक होता है सुपर कंप्यूटर। और आजकल तो क्वांटम कंप्यूटर्स आ गए हैं जो सब किसी का मीन्स वो तो टॉप है, बादशाह है कंप्यूटिंग के फील्ड के अंदर, क्वांटम कंप्यूटर्स। जो सुपर कंप्यूटर्स होते हैं वो अभी तक जैसे अमेरिका में बनते थे। ये 5 साल पहले इंडिया ने अमेरिका से कहा कि आप हमें एक सुपर कंप्यूटर दे दो। और आपको ये भी पता होगा कि जब मिसेज इंदिरा गांधी प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे तो इंडिया का रशिया के साथ 20 साल की दोस्ती हुई थी। तो अमेरिका वालों को अभी भी लगता है कि हम रशिया के क्लोज हैं, वो अभी भी लगता है उनको। तो उन्होंने इंडिया को सुपर कंप्यूटर नहीं दिया ये कहकर कि हमारी टेक्नोलॉजी रशिया वालों के पास चली जाएगी। तो अब ये बड़ी डिफिकल्टी हो गई। अब सुपर कंप्यूटर क्यों चाहिए आपको? ताकि वेदर फोरकास्ट में काम आ सके, और ये ढेर सारी चीज़ें हैं इसके अंदर, उनमें वो यूज़ होता है वो। हमने क्या किया, हमने अपना खुद का सुपर कंप्यूटर बना डाला। और ये बड़ी एक गर्व की बात है। इसका नाम है परम, PARAM। जो हमारी जो सुपर कंप्यूटर है वो इतना बढ़िया है कि अब वो और दूसरे देश वाले हमारा सुपर कंप्यूटर खरीदते हैं। ये हमारे साइंटिस्ट्स की आप उनकी क्वालिटी देखिए कि हम बहुत सारी चीज़ों में हम वैसे ही दूसरों के ऊपर सोचते थे कि नहीं उनकी मशीन अच्छी है तो उनसे ले लें। आत्मनिर्भर होने का, जो सेल्फ रिलायंस का, सेल्फ डिपेंडेंसी का जो चीज़ है, that is make in India. It brings out more research, more innovation, and that is a good opportunity for us. उसी तरीके से ग्लोबल इंस्टीट्यूशंस, ग्लोबल यूनिवर्सिटी के साथ कोलैबोरेशन, इट इज़ ए बिग अपॉर्चुनिटी। और अब तो नई नई एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के अंदर, नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में भी रिकमेंड किया गया है, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ को बोला है कि विद इन इंडिया कोलैबोरेट करो, बाहर की कोलैबोरेट करो, ताकि डुप्लीकेसी ऑफ रिसोर्सेज बच सके। अब हर कोई यूनिवर्सिटी अपनी लाइब्रेरी बना रही है, कहते क्यों ज़रूरत है? दिल्ली के अंदर एक यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर आप कॉमन बना लीजिए, आपको लाइब्रेरी हो तो इंटर लाइब्रेरी लोन से कर लो। उसी तरीके से एक्सपर्टीज है, लैब यूज है, एक जगह पर एक लैब है, दूसरी यूनिवर्सिटी कहती है तो आप अपने स्टूडेंट्स को यहाँ भेज दीजिए, फैकल्टी एक्सचेंज करा लीजिए, वो करके। और दूसरी फिर एक और अपॉर्चुनिटी इंडिया के अंदर जो बहुत बिग डिस्टेंस आरती, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है अभी?
Yes, sir.
मेरे ख्याल में आपको टाइप करना पड़ेगा।
Yes, sir. आ रही है, आपको आ रही है? Am I audible?
ओ, ओके ओके, एक मिनट एक मिनट, मेरा माइक्रोफोन म्यूट हो गया था। अब आप बोलो जरा कुछ।
आ रही है सर आवाज? Am I audible?
यस यस यस, ठीक है। तो हम बात कर रहे थे अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ की, और लास्ट में यदि चैलेंजेस को देखें तो आपके हिसाब से हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम को क्या क्या चैलेंज है?
So we have already discussed about that, no? Challenges of education, like
एक एक बहुत
infrastructure,
हाँ यस, एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है इंटरनेशनल
faculty.
कंपटीशन। जैसे अभी आपने खुद ही बताया था, वो यूक्रेन के अंदर जो स्टूडेंट जा रहे हैं फिर वहाँ पर आते हैं वो, तो दिस इज ए बिग चैलेंज ऑफ कंपटीशन फ्रॉम इंटरनेशनल एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस। दूसरा एक बड़ा चैलेंज है ब्रेन ड्रेन। वो एक बार बच्चे का आईआईटी में एडमिशन हो जाए, वो पक्का होता है कि अमेरिका जाएगा, अपने देश में नहीं रुकेगा। वो हमारे
Agree.
पंसाब टीचर हैं, वो यही कहते हैं कि उसकी आत्मा अमेरिका चली जाती है जिस दिन एडमिशन हो जाता है, केवल बॉडी बॉडी यहाँ रहती है, जिस दिन डिग्री मिल जाएगी बॉडी भी अमेरिका चली जाएगी। वो हो गया। फिर रैपिडली चेंजिंग जो टेक्नोलॉजी है, वो बड़ा इम्पैक्ट करती है इस चीज़ को, कि इंस्टीट्यूशंस कितनी जल्दी अडॉप्ट करते हैं चेंजिंग टेक्नोलॉजी को। जैसे लॉकडाउन आया, सबको इमीडिएटली ऑनलाइन पे शिफ्ट होना पड़ा। बहुत सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस में ये चैलेंज रहा कि आप किस तरीके से उसको आगे आप प्रोवाइड करोगे। और फिर सोशल और पॉलिटिकल फैक्टर्स, ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट एक चैलेंज हो जाता है कि डिपेंडिंग ऑन द मीन्स विचारधारा ऑफ द रूलिंग पॉलिटिकल पार्टी एट दैट टाइम, whether in the state or center, accordingly the policies are governed, the policies are decided, and that can have any kind of impact on the educational system.
Right.
So this is good. I think we have discussed a lot. So
Yes,
और
sir.
मेरे को लगता है
So,
आपको थोड़ी देर के बाद दूसरी क्लास भी अटेंड करनी होगी. So we can have our session concluded
they,
now.
by 11 only I came back from my lectures also. I'm sleeping.
दोबारा बोलो प्लीज.
तो आज अभी मैं 11 बजे ही आई हूँ कॉलेज से ना वापस लेक्चर के बाद.
अच्छा अच्छा ओके
I had my class morning.
ओके वेरी गुड.
तो
सो
वही मुझे
आई
लगा
थिंक
था आज. Yes, sir.
let's meet in the next class then. We can take a break.
On Monday, right, sir?
Uh, I think no, the classes are only on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Uh,
For this 414 block.
I will be dealing with 414. लेकिन मेरा ख्याल है अभी आपका ओके आज 3 तारीख हो गई. ओके ओहो आपकी क्लासेस हैं 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. हाँ, आपकी क्लास
Yes,
रेगुलर
sir.
है.
These are ready.
आपका 413 डॉक्टर जगदीश शर्मा पूरा करेंगे और फिर जब आपका 414 की बारी आ जाएगी तो देन वी विल बी टेकिंग अप 414.
Okay, sir.
कल भी है. हाँ मोहन जी यस कल भी है मेरा सेशन है कल 414 के लिए. तो आरती आप
संडे को भी, sir.
अच्छा मोहन जी आप एक चीज़ ये क्लियर करो. मेरे वाला जो लिंक है वो दूसरा है और इस क्लास वाला लिंक दूसरा है. ये उस केस में आपको आरती आपके पास पूरा शेड्यूल होगा तो उसमें आप
सर मैंने
मेरे
मैंने जो आज ज्वाइन किया है जगदीश सर की क्लास ज्वाइन करी थी. उसमें आई
हाँ
थिंक ऊपर अलग दिया हुआ है, नीचे लिंक अलग दिया हुआ है.
यस वो हमारी क्योंकि डेट्स अलग थी तो वो उसके लिए डिफरेंट लिंक था. एनीवे मैं ऐसे करूँगा कल पहले जो मेरे नाम के आगे जो लिंक लिखा हुआ है मैं उस पर ज्वाइन करूँगा. तो आप उस पर आ जाना यदि क्योंकि मेरी उस क्लास में और भी स्टूडेंट हैं जो
ओके
आज नहीं आ पाए थे वो. ठीक है
ओके सर.
अदरवाइज हमारे जो रीजनल सेंटर वाले फ्रेंड्स हैं मोहन जी हैं और जो भी उस वक्त सेशन को कोऑर्डिनेट कर रहे होंगे सो बिकॉज दे हैव एक्सेस टू ऑल दी रूम्स तो वो आपको बता देंगे फिर हम एक एक किसी एक गूगल मीट के लिंक पर इकट्ठे हो जाएंगे. ठीक है
ओके सर. ठीक है.
चलो ओके टेक
थैंक यू.
केयर.
थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू सो मच.
बाय. थैंक यू मोहन जी थैंक यू सो मच आपने बहुत अच्छा कोऑर्डिनेट किया आज. बाय टेक केयर. फिर कल मिलते हैं. हाँ ओके मैं अब क्लोज करता हूँ इधर से. ओके ओके बाय देन.